So welcome to a little behind the scenes. This white guy here is called Fuchur. The black guy here is called Gandhi. And these two are the reason or the inspiration for most of my rhythms. And why is that? Well, the story is easy. If you have dogs, you probably know this, but you spend a lot of time with them on the road. And in my case, maybe 1.5 to 2 hours every day, I'm dog walking. And what can you do while you're dog walking? Well, you can dream away or enjoy the nature, but at some point, everything is getting boring, isn't it? So what I do instead is air ditching. That is, I make various lip and tongue and breathing exercises while I'm walking the dogs. And the thing about these exercises is that you are sort of getting bored. And when you're getting bored, this is where inspiration and intuition will take over. So, for example, one of the things that I often do is rhythmical exercises, where I try to figure out where to breathe in certain patterns and how to get a good punch out of the articulations that I'm using. So I will often find myself walking and going like and this is where I essentially take the inspiration for using or implementing new patterns on the ditch. That is not new in a global sense, but new to me, or, So this is my never-ending well of rhythms, because no two are the same. And I often pull out my smartphone and just start the voice recorder and just record like a 20-30 second little inspirational thing that I later on listen to and try to reproduce on the didgeridoo. Of course, things are different when you're doing them with the tube or without the tube, because you have the impedance, the pushback of the didgeridoo with regards to back pressure. So things that are hardly possible or hard without a tube then get easy. Also, not all the lip movement that I do are easily reproduced on the didgeridoo, because your lips are touching the tube. And without them touching it, it's easier to have wide expressions. This gets way easier when you're not touching anything. So of course, the rhythms that I end up playing do not correspond one-to-one to what I'm doing while walking the dogs, but it's a great inspiration. Also, when you're doing air code, then of course you can play the same thing as you do while walking, because your lips are not touching anything. Now with the amplification of the tube, this will turn out to be something different or different sounding than it may be in my head. But more often than not, these things just work out of the box. So there you go, a little behind the scenes. And because you can never have enough doggo pickers, Gandhi, wanna say hi? Fuchur, wanna say hi? You wanna say hi to our audience? And he's already doing stupid stuff again. All right. See you guys around. Bye-bye.